This Jay Muse.
This is Eddie McClintock from Warehouse 13.
Hey, this is Brian Holler.
This is Brett Dolph.
Hey, this is Eddie Trunk, and you're listening to Beer Bros and BS.
Beers Bros BS.
Beer Bros and BS.
Beer Bros and BS.
You should be listening to Beer Bros and BS every day, every minute for the rest of your lives.
Snooch to the nooch.
Welcome to episode 46 of Beer Bros and BS. I'm Dave the Big Librarian, and I'm not going to get the giggles from Jose. Tonight I'm joined with...
Hey, this is Dan.
Jose.
JJ the Mail Chef.
Alex the King of Alapata.
And Tony.
And as always, we got a bunch of great beers that we're going to be drinking.
Only the finest.
Yeah. Giggles, Jose.
It is National IPA Day today.
Yeah. I was going to just mention that. So we have a bunch of great beer, but for top IPAs that we're going to be drinking, would you please inform our audience member?
Yes. First IPA is going to be Batch 1000 by Amager Bryghus. Second IPA, Black Market Brewing Company, Enemy Within.
Don't hold it in, Alex.
Stone Brewing Company, Enjoy After. July 4th, 2016.
That's awesome. All right.
Other Acre. Other half acre. Never ends. It never ends.
It doesn't. It never does.
Truly.
Bond Brothers Beer Company. Imperial Blonde Ale. With lactose and vanilla and coffee.
Why did you have to flex?
I was thinking about that.
Do you
Got the beer
even
on your bicep?
He's like, let me read this.
do you even IPA, bro?
He's the gym, by the way, guys.
He's like, I'll go the bathroom's over that way.
Let me read you this
and last
name of the beer.
Haboob Hits Miami by JWB.
Ah.
Jake Wakefield.
Jake Wakefield.
Jake Wakefield out of Miami Springs.
Yes, I retired from trying to pronounce.
Of Darrell, Florida.
Doral.
Do you even IPA, bro?
Okay, so the first beer we're having tonight is...
Batch 1000 by Amager Bryghus.
Well, hold on. Does anybody else want to read out the breweries?
No, Jose does a great
We're just going to leave it at
job.
that. In case you can't tell what we had,
That's his beer, so.
they will be on our website at beerbrosbs.com.
With the real names.
That's out of Denmark, right?
It is from...
Yes,
So how did you come across this?
It was on the shelf.
It was on the shelf. It was literally on the shelf, and I was like, oh, look, it's an IPA, and I was like, oh, product Denmark. It's interesting that, I wouldn't expect that out of, Denmark.
Tony, you were recently in
an
Denmark.
American IPA. So the description on this, it's an American IPA. Even though it has a description, it's not as descriptive. You'll see why. I'm going to read a little
It
blurb
is
on
liquid and beer.
Yes.
Mostly water.
There are hops everywhere in Batch 1000. One kind during mashing and boiling, 2 others in the whirlpool, and finally 3 more added during the both first and second dry hopping. Okay, which ones?
Well, if they told you,
It's a mystery.
They were lost in translation.
Yeah.
Well, it's 1,000, so, that's a lot to describe.
yeah. I mean, it's actually not unusual for Danish breweries to do IPAs. When I was over in Copenhagen earlier this month, there were a lot of IPAs to be found.
Ooh.
Yeah, my understanding
the
is they're
craft beer
hopheads.
scene in Copenhagen was very IPA centric.
Not unlike what you find in the United States.
Yeah, basically, a lot of IPAs, some sours, some coffee stouts, basically all the stuff that American craft brewers do, they're doing in Denmark as well.
It's not unusual.
I did have a beer that was a collab between Amager and Three Floyds. Which was an
Oh,
IPA,
wow.
and that was really good too.
Well, this one's really nice. This one's definitely got a lot of hop complexity, some layers to it.
It does.
But it doesn't sacrifice the maltiness. It's pretty...
It's balanced.
I like more caramel sometimes on my IPAs.
Yeah, this is pretty dank. I think I think you could confuse it for an American IPA.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, very dank finish, I was going to say.
Yeah, it had a little bit of different flavor up front, but because I tried it a little bit earlier and
It's
towards
more
the
earthy.
end,
That herbal nose
It's more
up front
earthy.
is
Yeah.
really
and
nice.
Yeah, and towards the
kinda-
end you get a little bit more sweetness.
Definitely European hops, I'm guessing.
Well,
Very good.
So,
I mean, not necessarily, because, like...
yeah, you
some-
could always
some
import,
European
like,
hops.
just like sometimes we have IPAs with New Zealand hops. I mean,
right, no, but I'm saying that I think the earthy characteristic is probably from some European hops that they're using.
maybe
no,
some
actually, you're
English.
right.
But, like, when I was over there was a lot of Citra, a lot of Galaxy Mosaic,
No doubt.
yeah, very similar.
All right. So as always, we're going to start the show off with a round of Would You Rather. We're going to start off easy and get harder.
Hey,
That's how I like it.
Would you rather marry a D-list actor or a giant porn star?
Giant in size
Your call.
or just in stardom?
Player's preference.
So porn star or D-list actor?
Yeah.
Well, what about a D-list actress? Can I get an actress? Or...
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'll take the D-list actress.
I think I'd go with the actress as well.
Yeah, same here.
yeah, actress.
Now, you're saying who would I marry, or just...
Yeah.
Yeah, I would marry the D-list actress, but I would definitely hook up with the porn star. But I wouldn't marry a porn star,
Why not?
because they're a porn star.
Yeah.
Well, the D-list actress could be one too. That's why she's a D-list.
Oh, I'll put her on my D-list.
Got a long
Yeah,
list of D.
she would have to start off on the Skinamax
Yeah, but-
acting.
That's okay.
But
That's how I
the porn
start off
star
usually,
has
too.
like a. It's almost like the porn star has a Carfax on her.
Actually,
already.
I think I would choose the one with the bigger tits.
You already know what happened there.
Okay.
A man of principle. I like that.
Okay, how about this? Would you rather kill one person every day for the rest of your life or have someone attempt to take your life every day in increasingly creative and complex ways until you're 84?
I have the right to remain silent. Anything I say can and will be
I was
used
gonna
against
say,
me in a
This is not a criminal court. You cannot plead the fifth. You are not in a criminal court.
Well, I will say I definitely wouldn't want to be like running for my life every fucking day.
But you're saying I would definitely make it to 84.
Yes.
So
If you escape every day,
but you don't know that you're going to make it to 84. That's the thing.
because you could
I
die
don't know
any
that.
given day.
Yeah.
oh, okay.
It would
the
be
hands
until
of
at least
murderer.
84. Once you hit 85, then you don't have to worry about that anymore.
But you're probably gonna
You might be
die.
dead before then anyway.
Because you're gonna be old as fuck.
But it's gonna be worry-free living.
Oh, see, like I'm thinking the way you phrase the question means that they're going to attempt to kill me, but they're always going to fail until I turn
No.
84.
No, until you turn 84, someone's going to try and kill you every single day.
Now
They might succeed, they might not.
Do you
such
get
is life.
Do you get a list of people that you have to kill for the first option?
No.
Like
They
So,
just show up
eh?
at your door, and
Eh?
you got to kill them.
they just show up and say, "Hey, I'm here for you to kill me today."
Yeah.
All right.
I'm here for the
So you got to
I'm here
stab
for
them,
the suicide assist.
shoot.
assisted suicide.
Sounds like vampires, like, Count Dracula, like, oh, hey, look, nice apartment or nice mansion. Oh, okay, kill you.
How
Next
the fuck
day.
does that sound like Dracula?
Just go
Well,
with
yeah,
it.
People go to his house and he kills them, right?
I guess.
I don't know.
It's like a reverse
Dracula.
Dracula.
Count
Okay.
Dracula seems like a friendly vampire.
All right, so nobody wants to answer that one. You're all afraid of your legal rights.
Yeah, right.
I think I'd have to go with the killing someone every day. Because,
Yeah, I can't run away from
Yeah, shit.
What am I going to do? Limp away from
Kill or be killed,
Yeah,
man.
If somebody was trying to kill me, they would probably succeed pretty easily.
on the first day?
Yeah, if somebody was trying to kill me, I'm
Especially-
probably going to have to kill the other person, too.
Especially
so.
if the people that I'm killing are just showing up for me to die. Like, oh yeah, so today's the day I die. Hey, what's up? All right.
I mean, and it could be like the worst people, pedophiles, rapists.
It could be somebody's grandma too. It's just today's my day to go.
It'll be the worst scum of the planet.
Oh, then even better.
Even better, yeah.
Okay. See, it's
Guilt-free killing. I like it.
Okay. Would you rather
A little
gain
bit.
the life?
I gave you the evil. I gave you the eye there. I was like, what?
Let me ask you guys. Would you rather gain the lifetime affection and friendship of superstar Shia LaBeouf,
The beef.
or be able to personally handpick the next president of the United States?
Only the next one?
Yes.
I can't pick the one after that?
No. Whoever you want to be the next president. You want to pick one of us?
I want
That's what you
Jose.
get.
Yeah, I want Jose Hernandez to be president.
Holy shit.
He's like, you put me on the spot now.
No, can you imagine me trying to read the teleprompter?
The names of the ambassadors.
That's it. Jose's got to become the next president just for the State of the Union addresses.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Everybody will keep an eye like, holy shit, what is it going to mispronounce this time?
Dude, you can laugh into the mic. It's okay.
Yeah. Okay. Would you guys rather have the ability to summon a 25-foot tall lava golem that would do your bidding, or win $50 million in the lottery and be irresistibly attractive to the opposite sex?
What was the first one? Not that it
Obviously,
matters.
that
'cause
You
the
would have a
second one-
25-foot tall lava golem that would do whatever you said. Nothing could stop it. You want the nation's gold reserve? It's yours.
Or
You
how
want
much
to take out a
money?
country?
Or how much money in being
Yeah.
irresistible?
$50 million.
Yeah, until the fucking
I'll take-
armies.
yeah,
But you could,
come after
but you could,
and
you
your
could
golem.
squash a government. You could squash an army with that.
I don't
The
know.
problem is
Yeah,
that the
100
government's
million.
probably going to come after you because you have a lava golem.
But
Yeah, because you're
But you could
controlling
tell-
it. They'll probably fucking kill you.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
unless you go into hiding and say, don't stop until they're all dead.
Hide
But-
inside
Oh, that
the
sounds like a
lava
fun
golem.
life to live.
Yeah, now you have
What
to
are you
go into
talking
hiding.
about? Nothing could stop a lava golem.
I'm
I don't know
I'm
about
shoot
that.
it.
I'm a peaceful person. I'd much rather not start shit.
Yeah.
Just give me the money and make me irresistible to women.
Okay.
Anyways, the lava golem might burn down my house. So.
The only people I'm killing are the ones showing up at my doorstep every day.
No, if it was a normal golem and it was like a human size, it doesn't have to be 25 feet tall and can do my bidding. Then, well,
Okay. Would you rather be lost in the Amazon rainforest or the catacombs of Paris?
Catacombs of Paris.
Oh, I saw that fucking
Yeah.
movie. That kind of freaked me
That's
out.
real,
That's
though.
above,
I mean,
so
those-
below.
Yeah, no, that is the
Those
catacombs
catacombs
are
are
real.
real.
Yeah, but
But them being the gateway to hell is
Well, of course
a
not.
little editorial.
Everyone knows the gateway to hell's in
Plus,
Miami.
when you find your way out, you're in Paris versus, in the middle of
Everything in the
jungle.
fucking Amazon can kill you.
Kill
Didn't
you.
you see South Park?
The only thing,
Or like
so
Rambo.
in the catacombs, would I have a torch or a lamp or
You'd have a
my cell phone?
flashlight.
A flashlight?
I don't think a cell phone would do you much good there.
Yeah, I don't think. Well, I mean, just the light.
the light.
Yeah, that's really what I'm
You'd have a
concerned about.
high-powered flashlight. Military issued.
Yeah, the one that's on TV now.
And a knife, because I mean, what about the bums?
You can
You're gonna have
take
to
them.
take them on with the flashlight.
What about the skeletons?
Yeah, I'm not so worried about them coming to life,
The ghosts.
dancing for me. That'd be funny.
What about Satan?
I don't know, man. I think I'd go. I kind of like the Amazon one because I've always wanted to see the Amazon. So
But
Yeah, but you could just go there and not be lost in the jungle.
right.
that's
Or
true.
you can
but
get-
I find this is a much more cost effective way.
But in the Amazon,
I'm on a budget.
in the Amazon, you might die like that cameraman by a dozen ants that
Right,
just
yeah,
surrounded
have
him.
crazy
and-
ants. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the Amazon.
So let me ask you guys, would you rather have hardcore sex
Yes.
with a predatory animal you fear the most
No.
for a winning lottery ticket,
Maybe.
or have to live, or I'm sorry, have to live stream every time you use the restroom to millions of viewers for a 15% pay increase at work?
So fuck a lion or
Just once?
I mean, because first we've got to figure out what the predatory animal is. It might be a lion, maybe it's a bear. I don't really know.
something like
yeah,
that.
but
maybe-
it might
maybe
maul.
it's a
For you, it's a shark. For you, it's a
It
shark.
might be a shark. Yeah.
Yeah, but it might bite
he
off
doesn't
your
fear
face.
sharks.
You get a lottery
They
ticket,
love
but you
sharks.
just got mauled by a bear right afterwards.
He'd
Yeah,
have to
I feel-
fuck. He'd have to fuck a great white.
I feel like
You're
we.
you not afraid of that?
I feel like we.
Hell
we
yeah,
could
be afraid of that. That should fucking gobble me up.
Could we restrain these animals? Huh?
No. It's
So-
got to be in their natural environment.
So I gotta go
So-
find
so-
like a lion and fuck it.
Yes,
And they don't want to be fucked, right?
I would imagine not.
Probably
Not by you, Tony.
I mean, you're a smooth guy, but
Most
gonna
likely
say,
they would
don't
probably fuck you.
For a chance at a winning lottery ticket.
Chance at?
So the whole thing is,
Oh, I
like, if
thought
you
it was a
survive, you
guarantee.
get
you said
No, it was
Aw.
a guarantee before.
Yeah, I thought it was a guarantee.
Or every time you go to the bathroom, 15 million people are going to watch you shit
I mean, if they really want to, that's on them, man.
for
Yeah,
15%.
It's really not that
no,
exciting.
it will be 15 million, and you get a 15% increase in your
Yeah,
paycheck.
I'll take that one, bro. It's really not that interesting, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd be fine.
I'll let people watch for shit.
Yeah, actually, I'd even do like a blog, like the shitter or something. Like that.
Jose on the toilet.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Be like the top YouTube. Dude, if you have 15 million viewers, you'd have like so much YouTube revenue coming in.
Jose, the scoop on poop.
Yes.
Scoop on poop. I like that.
Okay, here we go. Would you rather be the last person on Earth, or be with 6 other people, one of which secretly is planning to kill you. And I'm going to amend this instead of 6 people to 5 people. So you're either the last person on Earth,
or one of the beer bros is
or
trying
you're
to kill
one of,
us.
or you're one of us, or the last people on Earth with you, and one of us wants to kill you.
So all alone, or
you have us,
or
or one of us wants to kill you.
And it's probably Dave.
Yeah.
I knew that was going to be said, and I knew you were going to be the one to say it.
Well, yeah.
Because I'm not admitting to anything, though.
Okay. You don't
I
need
think
to
you'd
admit to it.
go
We
insane
already
if
know.
you're the last man on Earth eventually.
I like my alone time.
I don't like it that much, though.
Like I said, if somebody was trying to kill me, it, probably be pretty easy for them to succeed. So I'd have to choose the being the last person.
Last man standing. Yep.
Yeah, that. I'll make friends with the lungfish and.
Yeah. After
I
you
would have
fuck
you all
the
with me.
lion,
I would have you all
probably be
Why
your
would you
friend.
just skip over the dogs though? Like just
Like, fuck dogs. The lungfish it is.
Lungfish.
Forget
No,
the
because
cats,
he
the
ate
monkeys.
all the dogs.
You'd become like that Chihuahua that like face
That's
fucked
true.
itself.
All the bacon would be mine.
So now it's going to get
Hashtag
now it's going to
Chihuahua.
start getting a little more weird. Would you rather not be able to distinguish between babies and muffins, or change
scrumptious
gender every
cutie.
time you sneeze?
Oh God!
Wait, what?
Would you rather not be able to distinguish between babies and muffins, or change your gender every time you sneeze?
What do you guys think about the idea that gender is a performance? Because it's really social. Or are you talking about like your organs, your sexual
Your organs change.
My organs
Holy shit!
change?
So you sneeze and your dick falls off?
And you
It just disappears.
magically you have a vagina.
Vagina.
Okay, let's get scissoring.
So we know what Jose chose.
He
Anybody
wants
else?
to get vaginas and then fuck us.
So
Wow, bro.
Just picture me, Jose.
If we had vaginas, it'd be totally cool.
You can have a whole episode of just these questions.
I'm glad I'm going to be the last man on Earth. Fucking A.
I have always wondered what the female orgasm feels like.
Here's your chance.
I wish I had the sound for there because there were crickets just waiting to be played there.
No, I'm the only one.
So what was the
No,
thing with
they
the
say
babies
it's more
and the muffins?
intense.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The answer is yes to that.
So you
Dude.
couldn't distinguish between
Women can
babies
have
and
multiple
muffins?
orgasms.
You're like
We haven't even talked about that one.
so you go to a continental
Well, I want this
breakfast
guy
and
fucking me.
you're like, what the hell is going on here? I was like, what? Who the hell put babies in there? And he's like, oh, those are muffins, dude. You're like, those are muffins?
You go to like a
I
muffin
feel like that's
shower.
not the worst problem, though. You just avoid eating muffins/babies, and you're good.
Yeah, I don't really eat muffins, so
But
I'm
the thing is
alright.
that
And
like,
I don't
when a family
prefer
member
babies.
has a baby, you're gonna think it's a muffin.
Yeah.
It's
And be like, well, you
we're
know what,
having
I'm
a
probably
party
not gonna-
Oh, what do you think about these baby pictures? Like, dude, is this for real?
Well,
It's a
whatever.
fucking muffin.
How many muffins did you
When I
eat?
look at baby pictures, they all look the same anyway, so whatever.
Oh my god, that guy's eating a baby!
This is a delicious blueberry muffin.
Okay, so like I said, it's going to start getting weird now.
It's gonna start.
Oh, no, it's a good thing those weren't.
Would you rather lose your penis or your dominant arm?
Dominant arm.
My arm.
Yeah, arm.
Yeah.
At least you have one other arm.
Yeah, you just practice until you can figure out how to masturbate with the other one.
Or you,
Problem
The truth
solved.
is coming out tonight.
or you could
First
give
things
yourself
first.
the stranger with like your prosthetic arm.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, you can have a cool, like, robot arm.
Would you guys rather have a micro penis or a micro anus?
Wow.
Oh god,
Because your shits are going to come out the same size.
Oof.
Oh God.
I have some pretty big shits.
Thanks,
And
son.
I mean, a micro penis isn't too much of a difference for you.
Exactly. It's not the size, guys. It's how you use it.
Shit, man.
Wow, it's like giving birth every time. Every morning when you go to the bathroom, it's like giving birth.
I mean, it's usually like that for me anyway. I take some big dumps.
Yeah, you can always take, like, stool softeners or whatever, so I'll go with the micro butthole.
Oh, you're a genius.
Yeah.
Or eat Taco Bell.
Yeah, or just
Okay,
liquid
yeah,
diet.
I should have started off
Our
with this
little
one.
asshole can't take it.
Here we go. Would you rather have taste buds on the palms of your hands, essentially tasting everything you touch?
Ooh.
As Dan. As Dan.
This thing, but I didn't want it to make noise. So I caught it with my feet.
Or smell with your eyes, so everything you look at, you smell.
Smell with my eyes.
Yes, smell with my eyes.
Because I like
Yes.
to touch a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I've touched some gross stuff that would probably taste really bad. So,
You want to tell us what you touched?
Everything.
No, I
Hey, baby, let me give you a back massage.
don't.
I don't think a back would taste bad, but
It's nothing exciting. Yeah, you're
But couldn't you like put gloves on if you didn't want to taste?
you would be tasting the glove,
latex.
though.
Yeah.
Right, but so like you'd get used to that, right?
Would you get used to the taste of latex?
Or leather. Or cotton. Cotton wouldn't be so bad.
right.
But you could go down to.
But like if you put
What-
like something over your eyes, then you can't fucking see.
Or what if you wear sunglasses? Like if you wear sunglasses, does it dull your sense of smell? Sight smell?
But you could
Smite.
You could probably still smell a little bit. All right, our final question of the night. Would you rather have a finger dick or dick fingers?
All right.
Haven't we
I feel
done
like
this
we've
one?
done
I was gonna
this
say,
one
I
a
think we've
lot
done
of
this one.
Yeah, I
times.
think we've
I don't think we.
I think we do it every episode.
Yeah, it's like every other episode we do this one.
He's trying to trick us to see if we would say a different answer.
Yeah, we paying attention.
No,
Wants those
this
dick
is-
fingers.
Dick fingers, of course.
Dick fingers.
Dick fingers.
Dick fingers.
Fingers for dicks. What?
Well,
We can't end on that note. Then fuck it. Okay, because I wasn't gonna do this one. Would you rather have $100,000 with certainty that you get that $100,000, or choose a second option with a 90% chance of $1 million
Oh, I'll
and
go
a 10% chance of nothing?
Oh, I'll
That
that
one. Chance.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'll take my chance. Yeah,
You
yeah.
take the chance, man.
You're
In
all
the words of
gamblers.
Steve Winwood, when you see
Oh,
your chance, take it.
what about if the 10% was you lose everything?
Mm.
You lose your life. Started from the bottom. I'm still here.
Still here?
Still fucking here.
You're the last man standing.
All right, and that brings us to our second beer of the night, which is
Indeed. This is the Black Market Brewing Company out of California. This is the Enemy Within. It is a IPA made with dragon fruit. It comes in at 7%. So yeah, you're looking at like amber color.
It's got a slight pinkish hue.
Yeah, from the dragon fruit.
Yeah.
You
I was
got
hoping it'd be like more of a pink IPA.
yeah.
it's got a slight taste of the passion fruit.
Yeah, to me, I get, you get the bitterness up front and then the dragon fruit finish.
But it's a nice compliment, I think.
Yeah, this is a perfect summertime, with all the fruit IPAs that are out right now for summertime.
Smells awesome, by the way.
Yeah, I was very
Like,
excited.
the nose is really nice.
to see this in bottles.
Actually, dragon fruit is coming up as a famous adjunct to add to your beer. Like, DFPF is dragon fruit, obviously. This is dragon fruit. There's other things that we've had before that are also dragon fruit.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I had one at Bottle Logic. They,
Right.
I think it was like a dragon fruit and passion fruit saison.
Oh.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, I like this, because it started off kind of just where it was like, grapefruit or maybe peach IPAs, and now they're like really broadening the range, so very good. I like this.
Yes, it's very nice.
Jose, what's your topic for tonight?
Scissoring.
Scissoring. No, my topic for tonight was shit was my topic.
That's very interesting.
Thanks for coming on. Thanks for coming
Moving
on.
on.
JJ, what's your topic? We'll come back to you.
Yeah. Anyway, I was going to talk about the big resurgence in the horror genre and film and just all around. I've been noticing this year has been a big year for horror movies. Super high rated. Lots of big films come out. New franchises. So I don't know. I just wanted to kind of get a feel from everyone. Now that horror's kind of big and back in the mainstream. What's everyone's favorite horror movie? Because I don't think I've ever asked this on the show, and I'm a big horror.
Good question.
Horror movie guy.
Ooh. Man, it's hard. There's two that stand out for me.
Go for it.
I mean, they're obvious classics: The Exorcist and The Shining.
Nice.
Oh, very
Yeah.
good, very good.
Yeah.
I'd have to say The Exorcist too.
Not
Not
Exorcist
part
2?
but
No, Exorcist
As well.
yes,
TOO.
yes.
And then also, I'd say The Conjuring.
Yeah,
That was a good one.
I have to say, this one quick little story. When I saw it, I went to a local movie theater here in Miami, The Falls, which I don't normally go to. And I think I took my mother
That was awesome.
to go see it.
It was spoopy.
Spoopy.
And it was like on a Sunday afternoon.
I hope it didn't scare the shit out of anybody.
I don't know what happened. I'm just gonna keep going.
just keep
Yeah. So there's like a scene where like they're going down to the basement, and the man is looking throughout the house, and he's in the basement. And he doesn't see anything. He has a flashlight with him. So as he's doing his sweep of the basement, as he turns his back, he hears something. Turns around and something throws a little bounce ball at him. It's like the most tense scene that up in the film up to that point. And there's some old lady in the back that screams out, "I know!" The whole theater starts cracking. I was like, "There's no way!" Like you could feel the tension in that theater. When you see that, you're like, "Oh shit, he's gonna die. He's gonna get it." And then you just hear that little old lady, "I know."
That's amazing.
And everyone started laughing. In like 2 seconds, everyone's back to like, "Oh shit, he's gonna die."
That's amazing.
Tony, I know you're not too big in the genre.
As a rule, I'm not a huge fan of horror movies because most of the time, if it's something that's like so out there, it's hard for me to suspend disbelief, and then I don't get scared, and then it's just boring to watch the movie. But I do like The Shining. I'm a big fan of Alfred Hitchcock, so like Psycho and The Birds are big ones for me.
Psycho was amazing. Yeah,
And one that I actually do think is really scary is Event Horizon.
Oh wow, yeah.
I used to think that one was really, really scary. I had a hard time watching that until I was in my 20s. I couldn't watch it by myself.
Yeah, I watch that quite often. That's my favorite sci-fi horror film.
But that's ironically where I get my fear of black holes from.
The Gateway to Hell.
It's the only thing I'm
Spoilers. I think we're past that
I get
point.
it from Big Booty Bitches 7.
Oh, that's your no. Your favorite horror movie, not horror movie.
Oh, we're talking about black holes.
He's talking about black holes.
He was talking about black holes.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Not
scared
black
of.
hose.
No, the only one that really came to mind. I mean, there's a lot of great ones. The Shining's obviously a really good one. The Exorcist is another really good one. But for me, the one that kind of got me into horror, and it's really just because of how old I was at the time, and being accessible and stuff. And I think it's a good, really well-rounded movie. Is Scream. I think.
Yeah, those are hilarious. They're great.
Yeah. The first one I liked.
Yeah.
I thought it was good.
I want to give a shout out to House of a Thousand Corpses.
Oh man.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, some Rob Zombie.
Well,
Yeah.
going to Rob Zombie, I loved Halloween. when he
his version of it?
version.
Wasn't a fan.
No?
I'll take the John Carpenter one.
I saw parts of I never got to finish the Halloween from Rob Zombie, but I loved the horror, but that's not like supernatural. That actually has like a serial killer, like
slashers,
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Something realistic.
See, but for me, I couldn't get into those because it's like, it's like just like that commercial. That's like, what should we do? Like, hey, let's run to the car that the car that's turned on and get out of here. It's like, no, let's run to the shed with all the machetes and chainsaws.
Or they fucking go upstairs.
It's like, no,
Like,
you
go out. Well,
stupid.
that's what they talk about in Scream.
right? Yeah,
You get Jamie Kennedy's character was like, you don't know the fucking rules about horror movies. What the fuck is wrong
I
with
mean,
you guys?
that's one of the reasons why I love scary movies so much.
And Rose McGowan's in it too.
Oh yeah.
No, but I
Nice
like
plus.
that they tried to emulate, like for instance, Texas Chainsaw Massacre tried to emulate basically same story as Edward Gein
Yeah.
for
exactly.
his film. So it's more like it touches more to the realism rather than like the supernatural. Like the supernatural is just his
that's
strength.
why I like House of a Thousand Corpses.
You ain't afraid of no
It's
ghosts.
basically Texas Chainsaw, like very similar.
Yeah,
Same
same kind of thing.
They get stranded. They
Because there was just that one scene where the cops are coming to save the day, and they get split up, and then one gets tripped, and he looks up, and there's a guy with like a magnum just pointing at his head, and it just starts panning out slowly, and and all you hear is like the trees and the grass and the wind blowing, and it keeps, and he's just holding that gun to the cop's head for a good 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's just like this uncomfortable pause where nothing's happening.
Yeah, and it's just panning out, and you're like, how far is his camera up? How long is he gonna go until he shoots him? And you're like, oh my god, and it just drags it out on you. You're like, ugh.
Yeah, the new one that Zombie's doing, 31, that's coming out, looks really intense, really good.
Yeah.
So the last bit of this, besides, I wanted to hear that from you guys. Hellraiser is definitely in my top favorite horror movie. But Jaws.
Yeah, is that considered horror?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Dude, people don't go in the ocean because of that movie.
I mean, would you consider Silence of the Lambs a horror?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, of
Absolutely.
course.
So
the first Alien movie?
I mean, I guess what else would you call it? A psychological thriller?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
but thriller horror is like such a thin line, you know?
Yeah.
Or like the Blockbuster video days, the suspense category.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
right. That's true.
So, like,
And another one that an honorable mention, if you will, should be for Nightmare on Elm Street.
oh yeah,
the
of
whole
course.
fucking series.
Yeah, the big five, Leatherface, Pinhead, Jason.
Freddy.
Actually,
They all have their good
I
and their
kind of
bad.
during the movie, I kind of had an emotional attachment towards Jason. Like, I kind of felt bad for him. Like,
I mean, that's what
It
they're
kinda
trying
sucked,
to give you is like he turned into this maniac because he was kind of like treated like shit.
Well, yeah, he died.
And, yeah.
He drowned in the lake because the counselors were fucking, and then the mom tried to kill them in the first movie,
Yeah.
and then they killed the mom, chopped off her head,
Yeah.
and he was watching because he was still alive from the lake, and that's when he shows up in part 2.
Friday the 13th?
Yeah.
I was
So-
totally paying attention.
But yeah, so it seems like there's been, like, so this big resurgence of horror movies from, the 80s when it was really booming. So everyone's saying, back in the day, John Carpenter, go down the list, Hitchcock,
Wes Craven.
Wes Craven, who just had a birthday, rest in peace.
Yeah, all right.
All these horror masters, and then it seemed like there was a big break. And now it seems that, Rob Zombie's kind of there, but his movies are, like, not for everybody. But that James Wan is now the new master of horror. Look what he's done. He's done the Insidious series. You got The Conjuring, Lights Out that just came out.
The Saw movies.
The first Saw, he did the first Saw.
who did The Ring, by the way?
The Ring?
That was Japanese.
That was
Some
Japanese.
Japanese.
Oh, Ringu.
Was
Yeah,
that with
Ringu
you?
is the
Was that-
Japanese,
Did I see
but
that with?
before the
I saw it
American
with Mike.
Oh, I forgot.
Were
which
you also there?
producer did that one?
Wasn't it? I want to say it was Gore
The Ring?
Verbinski.
That sounds right.
Who went on to do
Yeah.
the Pirates of the
No,
Caribbean.
there
movie.
wasn't.
Well, let us know,
Yeah.
listener.
I will.
Correct us if we're wrong.
I will look it up now.
I don't want to talk over people, but yeah.
And-
Yeah, I actually had the videotape that, like, in the ring, there was, like, the shit that would come
Right.
up on the TV and show you all these weird images before, like, you saw the well and the girl. Like, I had that cassette tape that had all that shit.
Nice.
So I would just, like, show it, like, put it on randomly, like, with the remote from, like, behind people so they wouldn't see it.
He would try to do that when we were like, in spring break, at his place on the beach. So it was like
have the Ring
us and
video
like 2 or
pop
3
up.
other people, and he'd put it on like right when he'd wake up.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Would
Yeah.
someone call after?
No, but you know what? I never would do that. I should have, but
Gotta follow through.
Oh, I did that with Gremlins too when I was real little. The part where like it looks like the movie cuts out, and like I would leave the room, and I'm like, oh my god, what's wrong with the movie? And then like the Gremlins would be on the screen, like
awesome.
behind the screen, breaking through.
Okay, so it actually was Gore Verbinski who directed The Ring.
Yeah.
And Ringu was directed by Hideo Nakata.
True. So, what do you guys think? Just to wrap that up, about James Wan, do you think he is the new master of horror movies?
I mean, for now, there's nobody that touches him currently. Yeah, for right now, I guess you could say he is. I wouldn't put him necessarily above some of these other guys just yet. But I mean,
I think he
has that potential. Yeah. He has the potential to take over.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'll defer to you, right? Because I haven't seen so many things. But
Well, I didn't realize he was the director of some of the ones you mentioned, but those were some of my favorite horror movies in recent memory.
yeah, and he produces a lot of stuff for other directors as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lights Out was actually a short film, and then he helped out to
And,
get it made.
well, while we're on this topic, I just want to plug Stranger Things on Netflix. because I really enjoyed that. That was a really awesome series.
Ash versus Evil Dead. Get on it, people. If you like the Evil Dead movies, it's hysterical and the bloodiest shit you will ever watch in your life.
Stranger Things is one of the most enjoyable things I've seen on Netflix in a little while.
And also Halloween Horror Nights this year, probably best lineup they've ever done.
Okay, and that brings us to our third beer of the night.
Yes, I have brought to us
A beer.
from Chicago, a collaboration between Other Half and Half Acre. It is Other Half Acre, The Rainbow Never Ends, double India Pale Ale. I believe it comes in at about 8.5% alcohol. It's made with Galaxy, Citra, and an experimental hop, Idaho 7, which just got onto the market. It's being used at a few breweries across the nation. This is really, really dank.
Yeah, dude, it's fun. It's
Yeah.
nice.
And it's
I like
smooth. It has a really, really clean finish.
Do
I
it
think
right
it's
in the
crisp.
beginning, the
It's very
Galaxy
crisp to
hops.
me.
I was like, yes.
Yeah, and the color is phenomenal too. The clarity is exceptional.
I've never gotten as much Galaxy nose as this one. Like this one, you can tell it's like you get that really dank
It's
smell.
that pininess that
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it, but piney, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know,
I'd say
man. It's really got that herbal kind of like.
Yeah, it smells very herbal,
Yeah.
like intensely herbal.
Yeah, I love it.
I expected nothing less. I mean, I was really excited when I saw that these two breweries were collaborating. They're known for their hop-forward beers. As soon as I saw it, I told my friend, I was like, yo, you have to get me a bottle of this. And he delivered. And
Dude, it's
so did
super
Other Half
refreshing.
and Half
Really
Acre.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
this
is
is
damn
fantastic.
Yeah. Wow, I like it a lot.
What topic you got, Tony?
So, often on the show, we like to discuss some strange ingredients in beer. We've discussed, beer with yeast that's been to space. We've discussed beer that's
With yeast that's come
Been to
from
another space.
We actually
yeast that actually comes
Another region.
or-
From outer space and from
not
inner
ye-
space.
yes, that's the winner.
not yeast,
Yeah.
but bacteria from actual vagina of a woman. And
A woman?
a woman, yes, exactly.
we actually drink the space beer on the show.
Right, and let's not forget, the Icelandic dung smoked whale testicle beer. Oh God!
Who could forget that?
Exactly. So this week, would you guys drink beer made from urine?
Waterworld?
My own?
Actual urine, yes.
Oh, you
Yes.
mean like the Portland one?
Yeah, definitely.
Like no. What
Wow, there was no delay from Jose.
That the city of Portland was making that there were some breweries making beer with like recycled wastewater.
Okay,
A few years back.
I didn't even
No.
know that. But this is
Like
this
you-
is
I don't
I
have
don't,
your-
don't
not
think
by
I could
choice.
do that.
Your people
But
caca
you already
water.
have like the pH level on with like salts and whatever in your urine.
so this is a recent
Skip a
story.
step. Just pee in your beer.
A recent story that
It's gonna get bold.
Researchers-
anyways.
If it was my piss, yes, but
researchers from Ghent University in Belgium
I'm cool.
have developed a device that uses solar energy, and it turns urine into drinkable water, which, in the Belgian tradition, now they are using to brew beer. Really, they developed it to just bring like clean water to underdeveloped places where there's lots of solar energy that they can use to power this machine. But they used it at in Belgium at this music festival, and for 10 days, people peed into it, and they got like
Oh my god! All the drugs that must have been that
Yeah.
urine.
they were able to recover 1,000 liters of water from the urine of the
now would you
festival
be
goers.
possibly getting like diseases though, even if they can clean out like some of the other stuff?
Well, you boil it though, so
Yeah, but I mean, you could.
the only thing that you might get is toxins, which you can't boil off at the normal temperature.
What about like AIDS?
No, because you can boil it off.
Really?
You heard it here first.
Just
Beer
boil
book
off your AIDS. Just sweat it out.
Cure for AIDS found by Jose. Everybody,
Just walk it off. Take a lap.
In a sauna.
exactly. If you go outside in the Miami weather, you'll be good.
Steam room will get it right out.
No, but that's why you can take back then they used to get beer. They said beer was more healthier than water because water they would drink it and they'd like die from like
Dysentery.
Dysentery, and that
They didn't know to boil it.
Yes.
that it was the boiling that really was saving their lives.
Pasteurization.
But yeah, so they call it From Sewer to Brewer,
Ooh, I like the name.
right? So what do you guys think? Would you?
Are they going to call it like Bud Light?
Hey-o.
No.
It's actually the beer from the Grand Theft Auto games, Pisswasser.
That's awesome.
So would you guys drink a beer made from?
No.
Once.
Yeah,
I try it once.
I
I
do
would.
it. I do it.
To be honest, I wouldn't buy it, but I might try like a sip of it. Yeah,
So
R.
you
Kelly
would try a tip of the sip?
just the tip.
Or Kelly would.
Or Kelly makes his own already.
Oh.
he doesn't even make beer
Serves
out of
to
it.
underage drinkers.
Yeah, all of it's aged 17 and less.
That was his brother. That wasn't him.
That was the other R. Kelly.
That was his twin brother.
He doesn't need any solar power to.
He's the Pied Piper.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever.
There's only one filtration.
Whatever helps him believe that he can fly. So be it.
Isn't that a terrible name though for somebody? who's
Yeah, I was
accused
gonna say.
of pedophilia is like, oh yeah, I'm the Pied Piper R&B. Just lead children to their death.
and pipes them.
But yeah, this thing reminds me of Waterworld. Remember when he was peeing into the thing and then like water would come out?
Exactly. So if it's good enough for Kevin Costner, it's good enough for us, Dan.
Exactly.
Kevin Costner.
It's
Costner
Waterworld beer.
Damn.
Kevin Costner is like one of the worst actors ever.
Supposedly
happened to
he's
him?
like
Oh,
a
yeah.
pretty cool guy to hang out with.
Yeah,
I've heard.
He was
I've
able
heard.
to dance with wolves.
I've heard he's a nice dude, but I don't care. Like, I don't think he's a good actor. But whatever, that's.
I'm pretty sure he knows he's not a good actor either, so I don't think he's going to take it too hard.
Supposedly, I've heard he throws even better parties than Diddy.
Really.
Yeah,
That's hard to believe because
I've
Diddy
heard-
runs the city.
and I've heard a few things that
Kevin Costner parties ain't nothing to fuck with, huh?
yeah. No, I'm not even kidding about
Really.
Ain't no party
He
like a
gets all
Kevin
the
Costner party.
leftover coke from when he was like a star in leading.
This Coke has been aging.
Yeah.
So Kevin Costner, if you're listening, please invite us to one of your parties.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd love to do that now.
that. So what topic you have for us?
Shit.
And the beer goes over. Party foul. Oh.
Dude, this.
So Jose,
Dangerous
what
it's a dangerous beer.
what topic you have for us tonight?
No, just I don't know if you heard yet. Most likely you have, but I'm pretty stoked. I know we kind of put down Nintendo for a bit, but I'm pretty stoked for the new console, and I don't know if it's even like worth it to get it. The
NX?
No, not the NX. The $60 like retro.
Oh, the retro Nintendo.
I mean, it's cheap enough where I could be like, oh yeah, it's $60 or whatever. And
Yeah.
it's convenient.
Yeah,
like,
the Pocket Nintendo. It's got 30 games.
Nintendo.
yes, it has 30 games. It has like
Super Mario 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
Mega Man 2.
All the big ones.
Yeah, there's a couple shit ones in there too.
has Balloon Fight.
I'm waiting for the Genesis one. That
Yeah, I was going to say,
That's
did you
got
see
80
that was
games.
Yeah.
Wait,
announced-
they're making one for the Genesis?
Suck it, Nintendo.
Really, the
Oh.
only game though that I want to play like on Sega was other than Road Rash
The Lion King.
was
Echo the Dolphin was awesome.
They
Yeah,
actually
Echo
released
was
that
cool.
for
Echo
PC
Dolphin,
now.
Road Rash, Mortal Kombat,
Nah, I don't care about Mortal
Time
Kombat.
Killers was a fun fighting
Sonic.
game.
For me,
Afterburner.
Sonic 1. But you can play that on
Sonic and
Xbox.
Knuckles
You
was
can
my
play
favorite.
fucking Sonic on your iPhone.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
Well, this one, well, the Sega one's gonna have Sonic 1, 2, 3, and Sonic and Knuckles.
Yeah.
Which Sonic and Knuckles is kind of hard to get.
Yeah,
Sonic and Knuckles was my favorite back in
Yeah.
the day.
And then you put the other cartridge on
Actually,
top of it.
What was
it's-
that other game?
It's one of the.
What was
you
that
could
one?
use Knuckles in the other game.
Yeah.
What was that game
Yeah.
that had the
Yeah.
helicopter and you just like blow shit up?
Oh, Desert Strike.
Desert
Desert
Strike, Jungle
Strike.
Strike,
and
one of
Jungle
those.
Strike. Yeah. It was all series.
Those,
But
those were good.
on the Wii
I would
console,
love for them to relaunch that.
Those
on the
were
Wii
fun.
console, it's actually one of the few games that I bought was Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles. So on the Wii console, what you can do is that you can load up the other game.
And beat Knuckles in the other one.
Yeah, and
No,
beat
it's
Knuckles
a
on
cool
the-
idea. It's $60. It's just an offshoot, and you have those games forever. Next week, I had an idea about that, like that they should do one for a PS1, and so
Oh, like
I'll save that for next time. Though.
oh, like Twisted Metal and Crash Band. Okay.
And that brings us to our fourth beer of the night. Oh, I guess JJ needs some.
You can have some, JJ.
Well, which one?
This beer has actually been brought up on our show before, although we haven't yet drank it.
Long-time listeners may remember.
Long-time listener, yeah, correct, may remember that last July, beginning of July, I had purchased a bottle of what I believed to be of the Stone Enjoy By series. However, I grabbed the wrong bottle, and this was a Stone Enjoy After. So in 2015, July 2015, I purchased this bottle, Stone Enjoy After 7/4/16, and I didn't realize that till right before we began to record. So that episode, we were one beer short, and I promised I'd bring this beer a year later.
Actually, we replaced it with something else. I just can't remember with what.
I don't remember either.
So just remember, kids, Stone Green label is the Enjoy By. Yellow label is Enjoy After, and then soon is the red label.
Which is what?
It's going to be one of their Enjoy, but for stouts.
So this is a Brett IPA with a 7% alcohol by volume.
By volume.
Volume.
By volume.
It's good. By volume.
Now, the first thing you notice about this beer is that it is very carbonated.
Effervescent.
Yes.
Listeners,
This beer itself has caused more problems than I've seen in any other beer on this show. It almost killed Jose.
Yeah.
It put the fear of God in him, which I have not seen in a while.
Put a dent in our studio.
Put him in I'd say a good 30-second shock.
Yeah,
Like,
time
I'm
to
not
take
even
his
kidding
life.
about that shock.
Oh no, I almost lost my eye, dude.
Yeah. Like I have never seen somebody in shock like that.
He was just holding it in shock as the bottle continued to gush.
All over his floor. And then
It's like, get paper.
And then Tony, tried to pour, I'd say, good 4 ounces, 5 ounces into a cup, which quickly overflowed.
Jose couldn't
With the
remember his
swiftness.
topic. He was still in shock.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
So this bottle has caused more harm than good. But I'd say it's pretty good
Damn it,
no,
Stone.
it's very good.
for being aged over a year.
Now, quick question: the Enjoy Buys, the Enjoy After. I mean, I don't think they do it like as often as the Enjoy Buys,
They
right?
certainly don't.
No,
No, they
not
do
that
not.
I've seen. This was actually the
stuff.
first one I had seen.
Because it would be pretty cool if you can, like, with the Enjoy Buy, what you can do and see how an IPA.
Enjoy after.
Yeah, no, the Enjoy
Oh,
Buys. If you keep them like in a sequential, because they do it so often, like you can see how an IPA decomposes into flavors you don't want.
Yeah, it would have been super.
But it would have been amazing. It would
To
have
do
been
a
cool to
vertical.
do that for, okay, this is the bread IPA at month 1, 2,
Yeah, it would be awesome to do like a vertical with the Enjoy afters.
right? But if it was
I would
more
have been
often-
interested in this. I mean, it's pretty good. It's not usually what you'd expect. I don't think it's considered an Imperial IPA.
At
that-
7%, I wouldn't
red
expect
in there, definitely gives it that funkiness.
It's nice, though. It's nice.
good.
But it's not like
Yeah.
too funky. It's like
That
it's
horse blanket.
nice.
Which normally you don't, if you age an IPA, you don't get this much
yeah,
flavor.
you don't.
It
Normally,
miles out
what
usually.
happens if you age an IPA, you start getting cardboard because the hops decompose into that wet cardboard flavor. That's why you don't want to age an IPA.
Unless it's meant to be aged.
Unless you love cardboard.
Or, if
Or
it's
love cardboard.
Or what if it's like a 120 minute?
Well, that one is a special case because it decomposes into raisins.
Yeah,
So
see,
it turns into a barley wine, basically.
see, I was going to say, I think Highlight does that. Highlight, turns like barley wine-ish after a
Yeah,
while.
it turns into like a malty barley wine.
Yeah, but I would
Scotch
still,
ale.
Yeah, I much prefer a fresh highlight though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, obviously.
Yeah, Publix had them like 3 weeks old. It was pretty nice.
Yeah, that's fresh. I mean,
Yeah, I was surprised.
It's almost like Highlight is popular.
Yeah, right.
You got a topic for us, Alex?
Yeah, I just wanted to share with you guys. Last night I went to an event at Kush by Locale, the restaurant in Wynwood. They had an evening of beer snobbery. It was pretty cool. It was a curated beer tasting. They had 12 bottles for us. Small group of about maybe 20 people. And we were all seated in the Kush Botanica, which is their waiting room next door, a really small, intimate area. We had it all to ourselves. And it was fantastic because the order in which we opened the beers added to the experience in the sense that the flavors tended to complement them each other. So we started off with, I believe it's Witchmaker by Jester King, which is a rye Brett IPA. Then we moved into some Creeks and Lambics before going to a mead, which then from the mead we went to a Scotch ale, and I thought that was a really cool shift because you went from the really funky stuff to a honey wine to the mead, and then going to an equally sweet style of beer, the Scotch ale, and then into Baltic porters, barrel aged stouts, and it ended with a Hunapoo.
Question for you as a Cicerone.
Whoa. Level 1.
Level 1, I know, but is there a set, predetermined already list that you order by, list that you should go through, or is it more...
So when you're curating an event like that, you really it really depends on how you want people to experience the beers. Like, how do you what flavors are you trying to bring out in each beer? I mean, a lot goes into it. They actually had a notebook for us that was being passed around that had each of the beers we were tasting that night, a little bit about the brewery, and then some tasting notes on it. And I thought that was really cool. I mean, a lot of effort went into putting together this event, and I hope that we get to see more of them here in South Florida. I mean, it was the first of its kind at Kush. That's the perfect place to do it.
Let me ask you a quick question on pairing. If you were going to pair, say, beer and food, would you pair it? Is it right or wrong to pair something that would have a similar taste to enhance it, or to pair it to bring out another flavor?
So the funny thing about pairing and most things with beer is that there isn't one right answer. There's a lot of ways that you could go about it. So let's say, I mean, what you're really bringing up is that there's two different schools of thought on the whole issue. Are you trying to bring out something that is subtle in the beer and bring it to the foreground, or are you just trying to add complementary flavors in the experience, or similar flavors?
Because you have some that you want to make a beer float. It's
Right.
going to be complementing flavors.
Right. Well, what tends to happen is so stouts and porters tend to be slightly sweeter than other forms of beer. So then, by pairing it with something sweet, you're going to make the beer taste more bitter. So you're going to be bringing out those characteristics in the beer. But let's say you pair it, because you could also pair porters with a steak, and that's fantastic. And in that case, you'll actually make the beer taste a little.
So it just depends on whoever the sommelier
right
is.
Yeah, it's totally subjective what route you want to take. Like I said, there's more than one right answer. So let's say you're having a burger, you could go with a brown ale or a porter. Those are good choices. Or you could also go with an IPA. And those are two very, very different styles of beer, but they both do something a little different. Like a burger is very fatty and salty, so it kind of cuts through the acidity and the bitterness of the IPA, while a brown ale will sort of kind of complement that savoriness of the burger.
Okay.
That's awesome.
And that brings us to our fifth beer of the night.
Yep, I got this one. This is a beer called Haboob Hits Miami. It is from J. Wakefield Brewing, our good friends out in the Wynwood area of Miami, Florida. It's a Flanders with cherry.
Wow.
I don't remember exactly what it says. But yeah, sour ale with cherries.
Balaton.
Ah, yes, okay. And it's a few months old now. I feel like the flavors have changed a little. I don't know. I liked it better when it was fresh. I feel
It's still pretty good.
It's still good, but something
Yeah,
about it is
I like
a little bit...
I like the nose on it. It's the cherry. You get the cherries on the nose, but
Yeah.
it's almost like it's cream cheese. Like it's almost like that lacto nose. You
Yeah,
get.
I feel like that wasn't supposed to be there, but it's still sort of... It's a new...
I mean, I like it, but it's new. It's kind of new like that.
This was also a collaboration with Arizona Wilderness, right?
Right, yeah. That's because they have something with Haboob, right?
Yeah, Haboob, I believe, is a desert sandstorm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just looked it up. It's a dust storm.
A dust storm.
I thought it was just like half a boob. Like Haboob.
Haboob. Haboob.
Haboob.
In Miami.
Like,
Boob! I like those. All right.
funny tits.
Oh, would you look at that? Ha! Boom!
Make me spill my beer.
They're actually they're working on another collaboration with Arizona Wilderness right now. The folks from J. Wakefield.
yeah, but that one is with a bunch of other breweries too.
Yeah, it's a massive collaboration.
I have to say that Jake Wakefield's a really jet setter.
Yes.
Yeah, he was just doing a collaboration with Trillium before that.
Well, his twin brother, John
Jake.
Wake.
John and Jake.
John Wake. Yeah.
They're not on speaking terms, but yeah. They both make very good
John
beer.
Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
John J.
Well played.
Man.
Hey, his name is Wakefield's name too.
So everyone pretty much likes his beer too.
No, I do too.
I do like it.
I
It's
think
nice and sour.
now, Tony, you have a lot of sours on your cellar. What do you think about like aging sours?
I tend to do it just because I have more beer at home than I could drink by myself. So that's the main reason. But like, they do change over time. Sours, they don't go bad. They just kind of like get more intense.
Turn into vinegar.
I feel. Well, that can happen. But it really depends on the style. But I find
The
I mean,
brewing
would you,
process, right?
would you, for instance, would you
like you wouldn't want to age them too long. I think.
Yeah, don't you keep
As-
most of your sours in
as
the
a-
fridge to kind of keep them at
Yeah,
even?
yeah, I try to, right? Like, I mainly like sours and stouts. And stouts, like the big imperial stouts, they tend to age better. So usually
Gracefully.
those I keep in my quote-unquote cellar, which is my closet.
But would you
Yeah.
age a Cantillon, for instance?
You can, right? Like lambics, you can age,
Well, that's a
for
lambic,
years.
but
yeah.
what wouldn't you age that's like a sour, like...
How long would you hold on to a DFPF for?
So Berliner Weiss is the ones where I would say drink those fresh.
Yep.
If at all possible.
Wait, have we had one? No, I think Dan brought one once that was a year old
What?
from DFBF.
Yeah, I might have had like an older DFPF once, and it was a little bit more vinegary.
Yeah, but it was
Yeah,
still
but it's still
good. Like
good.
it was still.
Yeah.
No, but John himself said
Drink it fresh.
Drink it
better.
fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like the Belgian kind of sours, those you can age for a while.
Well, I have something that I thought was kind of funny. This is something that I learned today from the subreddit TIL. And this taught me that back in 2001, when the band Blink-182 was making their album called Take Off Your Pants and Jacket, their manager told them they needed a radio song. There was no hit. So, they decided, okay, we're going to just make the cheesiest throwaway fucking single they could, quote. And they wrote a song called The Rock Show in about 10 minutes and recorded it, and it became one of the band's biggest hits. So, I don't know, I thought that was kind of ironic and really funny.
Well, it's not that ironic. It's like you're just being you, and probably that's what they should have been from the beginning. Like
Fell in love with the girl at the Brock.
they should have just like let it go and just be themselves and just like.
Well, I think that's what they were doing at first, but then, the labels
were
were
too
like,
worried
hey, you
and
don't
like-
have anything that sounds, poppy enough for the radio. So they made something super cheesy pop on purpose
And
that
it
was
worked.
like obviously stupid, and it wound up being a huge hit.
Yeah,
So I thought that was really fucking funny.
I think that tends to happen with like
Funny how it goes.
quote unquote pop punk bands.
Yeah.
It's like they would rather just play punk songs, but they are forced to write like pop singles.
Yeah.
Like The Offspring is a perfect example.
Oh yeah, of course. That's a very good point.
Wow. But not in music. Also, like sometimes it happens also in homebrewing. Like sometimes when I try to.
Yes,
You gotta make a
homebrewers
pop,
have to
you
do
gotta
pop
make a
singles.
pop beer.
How so? Please.
Yes, please elaborate.
No, sometimes like homebrewers like they just get too technical and like they try to go for like this many things and then like they lose sight of the big picture of like making the beer and it's just like
What I hear
I
happening
get
a
what you're
lot
saying.
is that as you move into production, you're just cranking out the same 4 beers. And one of the things that home brewers really love to do is experiment and to try different styles and sort of preserve and keep to keep in vogue, if you will, more obscure styles.
Makes sense.
But I will say, since you mentioned Offspring, you got a talented band when they can fucking, like, hey, do more poppy kind of stuff. And they do it and they nail that shit too. And they're still going and they can do back and forth, old school punk, traditional, and it's all good.
And our final topic, brought to you by yours truly. So these are some. Are you guys familiar with the onion?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I've eaten a couple of those.
It's not the plantain?
No.
The capsicum.
That's the Miami version.
Yeah.
That's where I
why
get
said
all
that.
my news stories from.
El
You
plátano.
might want to reread that then. Okay, so for those listener that's not aware, The Onion is a news organization that does satire articles or those that are untrue. These, however,
Wait,
So like most news stations.
well, these, however, are going to sound
not corrupt,
I found
though.
them to be the most factual ones.
yeah. Well, these are not satire, even though they may sound like they are.
So these are headlines that are not from The Onion but could be?
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
All right, so for Rio 2016, the Olympics that start tomorrow, officials forced to cut their way into Olympic Stadium after losing keys to the gate.
It's amazing.
So there was a soccer game going on, and the fire department had to come in and cut their way in because they lost the keys to the lock there at the Olympic Stadium in Rio. This one I couldn't fucking believe, and I looked it up. Biden tweets Joe and Barack friendship bracelets for Obama's birthday.
I did see this.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
And it's from the video that Obama made, the kind of joking video that, what are you going to do when you retire? And I don't know if you guys have seen that video.
I don't think I have
No.
no.
Oh my God. Check that out. It's, I think it was part of his final press correspondence dinner, but they have just the video of him, and it's kind of like, it's like him and Joe just hanging out in the Oval Office, kind of talking around like, so what are you going to do when you retire? And it's like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with my life with all this free time now. And there's all the kind of different things, that you could do. Talk about going to the movies. He talks to another guy who has some free time now. I don't want to spoil it, so it's really funny. And one of the things he said, you make jewelry, friendship bracelets, and they make a friendship bracelet like that. And it says Joe and Brock.
They are BFFs.
Yeah, they are. A guy said, "Please send the police. I've been shot." Said man mistakenly shot by police.
That's totally an onion. Fuck it.
That's for real. That's for reals.
Oh, shit.
Michelin star for a Singapore noodle stall where lunch is half the price of a Big Mac. So in Singapore, there is a little inside like a mall. There's like
one
a little
star?
Yeah, a one star Michelin
star.
Michelin star.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
That's quite a big deal.
Yeah.
And the meal costs about $2.
Wow.
The picture it shows is there's a line wrapped inside the mall for people who are trying to get that.
Yeah, I believe it because
Fantastic.
Singapore, all you hear about that is one of the best places to eat in the world.
Really?
Noodles and vagina.
To foil counterfeiters, Rio 2016 makes its own knockoffs.
That's amazing.
So the official Olympic
We'll
store
show you.
in Rio is right off the Copacabana beach, and you can buy a Rio 2016 T-shirt for about $45. Down the street is also a sanctioned knockoff where you can buy the same shirt with a cheaper quality shirt for $26.
Sanctioned. So
Yeah.
it's licensed hologram. Nice.
That's pretty funny.
That's awesome.
Options, man.
Well, that kind of happened
That's what the market's
when
all
we
about.
went to Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
I bought my Oktoberfest T-shirt at Oktoberfest, and it was like €25 or €30, and then we went to Hofbrauhaus, and it was like half the price there.
Yeah.
The same shirt.
I don't remember that.
I vaguely recall.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that day I don't remember.
Look at this elevator.
I
don't know how that happened.
I can't tell you how blessed I am to be alive after that night and being in another country where I speak barely the language and how disgustingly drunk I was.
It was bad.
That I was the one that got us back to the hotel. I do remember that, screaming at the cab driver, blah, 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 blah.
The crab diver.
Sorry, I'm dyslexic. Make fun of me for a problem I have.
No, that was a different
Wow,
street.
they do things real.
I say honestly, it would not surprise me if we got back to the hotel on the back of a crab.
Yeah, honestly,
I time
you
travel.
say that.
Time travel.
You say
I teleport.
You guys laugh at us, but I tell you, I can't stress how lucky we are to be alive that night.
Dude, I thought it was gonna be some shit from Hostel.
Hostel.
You
I was
almost-
just gonna say
Yeah.
that shit.
I'm telling you, I woke up at like 5 in the morning in a room that was pitch black, and I'm like, okay, where the hell
Like,
am
am I dead?
Checking for your kidneys.
Yeah, I checked myself first, and I rolled over and said, okay, there's somebody in this bed next to me,
And it was Dad.
and it was Tony.
It was a corpse. Oh,
Tony was breathing. And it was weird. I put my hand on his chest, and he was breathing.
it was.
I had to
a
make sure.
men, baby.
I had to make sure that he was alive. Next thing I had to do was make sure was to find Dan. I found my phone. I swear to
You
God,
mean you couldn't hear me snoring?
you were. That's how
I was
drunk
that
you were.
drunk that I wasn't snoring?
Yeah.
I
You
might have
weren't
actually-
breathing.
I might have actually been.
Yeah, I don't think you were breathing.
I might have been unconscious.
Yeah.
Just- yeah.
I swear to God, I went just like this. I extended my arm down from the edge of the bed slowly, and as I hit the ground, I felt my backpack and my phone. I said, okay, my phone is there. So this was planned for me to sleep here. I pick up my phone. I turn the light on. I look. We're in a small room, about the same size of this living room. And I don't see Dan. And I'm freaking out. I'm like, holy shit, where is he? Oh my God, I'm going to have to tell his family that he died in Germany. Like, I don't know how to make that phone call. Do I make the phone call now, or do I finish the rest of my trip and then tell him? Like,
We'll finish the
by the
trip,
way.
obviously.
you know, and then so, I'm like, well, let me find the bathroom and get some, go to the bathroom and get some water.
By the way, if we ever make a trip and I died, just make the phone call later. Don't
Okay,
call
I
it.
appreciate that.
Duly noted.
Yeah, same here.
So then as I go to, turn off and step off the bed, I kick into something like soft and like firm, and I'm like, oh shit, it's Dan. I'm like, he's alive.
Yeah, I was on the
Oh.
floor, right?
Yeah, he was
Soft
on the floor.
yet firm.
Yeah, well, that's
That's Dan, all right.
that's usually how it works.
Slim thick.
It was
I
the
can't.
stomach first, and then
It was.
It was,
I was so
For those
scared.
of you at home,
It was
JJ
it was,
gestured to his penis.
yes, it was my bratwurst.
Shiza.
So did I hear correctly? Beer Bros BS Oktoberfest trip?
Yeah, when you
Yeah.
ever go back,
Yeah.
it's my next question.
I think it needs to happen.
I think so.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
riggedy wrecked, son.
dude, it needs to happen.
I'm so afraid. I'm not gonna lie. That was a day that just we flew in from Berlin,
It
dropped
was-
our
it
stuff
was
off,
crazy.
and just left the hotel. And then we got back at like, I don't know, 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning.
On the back of a crab diver.
Of me, I swear, I do remember like Dan
like Holy
reappearing. And like bitch, like Tony and I had to pay for all your food and your beer. And I just remember like Dan taking out a €50, throwing it at my face, like this should cover it, bitch. Let's go. And I took that €50, and I remember that's what I paid the cab driver to get us back.
The crab diver.
Yeah, I just remember I kept screaming
Yes,
the
you
address. I was
pinched.
like, 224 Schwantelerstraße. And I kept saying it over and over until he finally got us there.
I don't know how it happened, but it happened.
Yeah, it was just a whole nother level.
I don't know how we made it to that room with our luggage because the elevator was
There's no way we could have taken.
it was
When we
one,
got up
one
the next-
size for one person.
When we got up in the morning to actually go to the Oktoberfest in Munich, I remember when we left the room, I had to take.
that's what the hallway looks like.
I had to take a picture of the room number because I was like, "There's no way I'm going to remember this."
yeah, yeah.
So there's no way we
I
could have
didn't
taken
know what the
separate
hallway
trips.
looked like till the morning after. Yeah.
And I don't boast about this. I'm true when I say we are lucky to be alive.
It was
I
pretty
can't stress
intense. It was
that.
pretty intense.
Yeah, I think so. And fortunately, the
And I look
German
at
people
these-
were so helpful.
Exactly.
Yeah, they were so kind.
Yeah.
Yay, Germany.
Dan wasn't sure if somebody wanted to fight him or make out with him, right?
Or both.
Well, yeah, both.
And it's funny because we had like
I don't
Which
even know
one
what
first?
I don't know what
though?
we're talking about.
and it's funny because when we woke up,
I don't even know what's happening anymore.
It took like an hour for us of like looking around, like, okay, so this is where we are. This is the room we're in. So there's one bed, and all right, well, Dan, you're on the floor. All right, well, you're on the floor the rest of the week, then. Kind of like tough. You have to fight one of us for the bed. And then it was just like, and then Dan's looking down. He's like, I got puke on my jeans. I think I puked yesterday.
Optimist, huh? It was yours.
It was just, it was just like all of us trying to put
This
two and
is
two
yours.
together.
Yeah, it was like the Hangover. There's a chicken walking
Yeah.
around, the tiger in the bathroom.
It was at that level.
There was
And it
no
was
baby
so
Carlos.
hot. And that's the other thing. It was so hot in that room by the time like the three of us woke
Yeah.
up. Like, like, is there air conditioning in here? We were like looking around the room, like no, just open the fucking window, just do it.
Yeah, they didn't have any real good AC. It was
Yeah, that's like
you know,
one of the
it gets
problems with
cold.
Europe.
It gets cold there, so they have heat and like fan. but they don't really have cooling.
Oh, it's like when you go to the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
It's like no one has central air.
Yeah, dude.
They're
So
like,
it's
what's
hot.
that?
It's hot. I mean,
Most of the north too,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and Midwest.
When you open the windows, you get a little bit of a breeze, but you're
Yeah, I don't know what luxury abodes you're accustomed to, JJ.
I have many fans.
Okay, and that brings us.
That's all I got.
Pull yourself off there.
And that brings us to our sixth beer of the night.
All
This
right.
beer is brought to us by.
Oh, that would be me.
Your bed buddy, Dave.
Yep, my what? Okay, it's
By Craft Beer Gooner.
yep.
Your fellow crab rider.
So this beer is
arsehole.
is called Blonde Roast, and it is an imperial blonde ale with lactose, vanilla, and counterculture coffee.
I was just remembering.
Alex is gone.
I'm having a great time tonight, guys.
I hope our listeners too.
All right,
Thanks, listeners.
it's from Bond Brothers Beer Company out of Cary, North Carolina,
Wow.
and it's a 10% ABV imperial blonde ale, strong ale.
What part of North Carolina?
Cary.
Oh,
The northern part of Carolina. No. Dude, that's 10%, really?
Yeah, man.
It does not taste like
It is phenomenal.
This is a danger beer.
Yeah, and it's funny because the smell that it gives off, you would if you did a blind taste,
You'd think it'd be darker. Right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Light body, silky smooth. The first thing that I noticed was the color when they were pouring it.
Mm-hmm.
It is brilliant. It's got like a brilliant reddish hue.
Like an amber.
Yeah, it's almost like
This-
an amber.
It's
I'm
almost
guessing
Jurassic
it's from
Park.
the coffee and the vanilla. It must have added
It's
the
almost
color.
like that Damon type of style, but I don't think Damon was 10%, or 9%.
Damon Wayans.
No, Damon, the Stones Damon.
Blake man?
Yeah.
Oh, the Dayman, yeah.
Dayman.
Damon.
As opposed to Nightman.
Like the code to
Nightman
under cuffs in Demolition
The
Man.
champion of the sun.
Well, that one was a coffee IPA.
Yeah, that was a
Right,
coffee
this is
IPA.
like a coffee blonde ale, so it's a little different. To me, it tastes like Lucky Charms, kind of.
I don't
Not
know.
to
I mean,
me.
if you put
I
coffee
don't
in your Lucky Charms, maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
if you pour this into
Well,
Lucky
actually,
Charms.
No, but
I
I get what you're saying because vanilla to me tastes a little bit like Lucky Charms.
Okay.
I see what you mean. Like, once you get another taste of it, you get that, like, whatever that grain kind of, like, flavor is. And yeah, it's sweet. So I get what you're saying.
I would like to have a list of just what we've had so far
Very interesting. Yeah.
of
I'm loving
beers
this
like
beer.
this that are like 10% up, like that the one I had, the Imperial Tanilla. That
Oh, the
was
ones
like,
that are, like, strong but don't taste strong.
and you have no idea that you're drinking something this insane ABV.
Yeah, those are
Yeah,
the
you
ones
just-
that you
could just have a whole
could
tap room of
give to somebody.
of things that are like insane ABVs,
stand.
but you don't really realize it's insane. Like,
Yeah,
Those are the ones you serve to the girls at your party.
Why would you do that, man?
and that's the Kevin Costner party right there.
Bring it round circle. Thanks for listening to this Beer Bros BS. Signing off.
Callback. By the way, no, that's not anything that I would actually condone doing. I'm
Exactly.
just joking, guys.
I'm really impressed that this isn't a crowler. I feel like there's a story here, Tony. Crowler from North Carolina.
Yeah, a buddy of mine was doing a trip down the coast, and he came down to Miami, but he had stopped at this brewery and picked up a crowler for me.
That is fantastic.
Yeah, like I guess like the coffee is not like super bitter or roasty like coffees are sometimes. Like it just really complements the beer itself.
It's
like-
that
Yeah,
sweetness.
it's like the
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
the vanilla.
what Dan said, like
Lactose.
the coffee and syrup. I usually
Well,
have,
there's lactose in this too,
it's a-
and
it's a
so
good
I think that's
balance.
what contributes
at work.
to the
I
smooth
usually have
body and the
my
sweetness.
cereal, and since I can't really get milk, what I do is I just put coffee on it.
What?
Oh yeah,
Okay, there's a taste like this.
Fucking terrible.
all the time. Yeah.
No, it is not terrible.
What cereals?
I said it sounds terrible.
It sounds terrible, but it's actually not that bad.
Like what,
Cereal
Fruity
do you
Pebbles?
mix with coffee.
Like
Fruit
flakes,
Loops?
no, just organic flakes or whatever.
Organic flakes. What brand?
Are you a horse?
Just some oats. Just a muzzle of oats in the morning.
Let it out, JJ.
The tiger's like,
Organic
They're gross.
Tastes great with coffee.
Oh, Jose.
You're better off eating a fucking box.
Well,
You do work in the Redlands.
Oh
a
god.
hose is a hose,
Yeah.
of course, of
Well,
course.
I don't know if you got the joke that Dave
Yes, of
just said,
course.
but yeah, in the
That horse
Redlands,
is a
there's
horse.
usually, unfortunately, there is horses that they.
It is a large equine community.
Yeah, so there's they found like horses that they've killed for meat.
Okay.
I was thinking that, but I was going to say that's where, Miami's horse slaughterhouse capital.
That's where you go to have with your
Oh,
coffee
you remembered your topic.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, we were so happy for a while there.
So what burns your bacon, guys?
Horse slaughter.
You all are a bunch of naysayers. Hey, settle down, partner. That's
And
the main idea we have for this.
I didn't mean to gallop on this topic.
Come on, keep it going.
Why is such a
my
long
throat's
face?
getting hoarse.
All right. You killed the pun round, Tony. How do you kill the puns? What are the odds
my
of that?
throat's getting hoarse. That's
that was good.
yeah.
Yeah, but I guess there's not much to do.
He
after
killed
that
it by
one.
taking it to the Redlands.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that joke just slaughtered.
Don't worry.
Joe kills every
Jose's going
time.
to have some coffee with it.
Yeah.
You really bucked off the topic.
The topic.
Guys, this isn't my first rodeo.
Yes. All right, then.
All right.
So let me ask you guys, what burns your bacon?
Horse.
Horse death.
Okay, JJ,
Horse
that's your
murder.
topic.
Wait, the band?
Oh, wow.
What burns your
Band
topic?
of horses.
What burns your topic?
Huh?
What burns your
My topic?
What burns your bacon?
Hot ovens.
Oh, my
Burns
God.
my-
Oh
Let's wrap
my
this show up.
God.
Come on, we're wasting time, people.
You know what? For me,
So-
it's traffic related. I'm not gonna even front,
It's
bro.
gonna say traffic related.
Again?
I hate making a left on Northwest 82nd Avenue and 25th Street. Fuck all you assholes. I take 79th now. Kiss my ass.
Don't tell everybody, man. There.
Yeah, right now. I'm not worried.
You
The-
just-
the-
All of our
You
listeners
blew up the
are
intersection.
No, when people try to help you at a store and they think they know what they're talking about, but they actually don't, and they don't back away from saying, I don't know, but instead they just make up shit, and it's like,
Go to this aisle.
yeah, go to this
Get out of my
aisle,
hair.
I do that all the time, though.
like they make
I'm
up
that
shit
asshole.
rather than being like, honestly, I don't know, but let me try to find you help.
Let me transfer you to no one.
That's what I do at my job all the
Even
time.
then, like,
All
just
the
hang
time.
up the phone or something, like,
All right, my real burns my bacon is
Horses, you already said it.
no.
What are you going to say? I'm curious.
All right, they just opened up the new King Kong ride at Universal.
Sure.
Yes.
It's another 4D ride. Enough with the 4D screen experience.
So it's like
let's-
how many-
Spider-Man or like a
so let me ask you-
Our Transformers are
So let
Back
me
to the
ask-
Future.
how many
for those
Ds
of us
do you
who haven't
want?
been to theme parks in a while.
I want all the Ds.
You hear that? JJ wants the D from everyone.
As long as it's DZ's free, huh?
Ah, I like that. I like that.
What about D's nuts?
You know, we're having a good time, Tony, and then
He killed it again.
Son of a bitch.
you,
Son of a bitch, stop that.
They're hiring,
Stop doing that.
they're
Marshall.
hiring in the Redlands.
Stop doing that.
Tony, you had to drop the nuts, didn't you?
Oh, because I kind of think I get it.
hey, watch out, Jose! It's a cork.
Oh, no!
Finally got him.
He's not moving. Why did you do that to him?
I cannot
incredible.
sleep tonight. This is worse than watching The Ring.
What burns your bacon?
I'm just gonna tell a joke instead.
Ooh, I like this.
And it's going to burn all of our fucking bacon. Trust me. Do it. Do it.
What's a Jedi's favorite dessert? An Obi-Wan cannoli.
I fucking hate you.
Dan, what burns your bacon?
Tony's joke. No, but actually, what I had originally wanted to say is when you're trying to go to bed and it's too hot, so you put the fan on or you put the air on, and then once you get comfortable, you're like, fuck, now it's too cold.
All right, Goldilocks.
Yeah. They never can be just right.
Too cool.
Well, that's when you just like elbow your wife over to like in the rib and be
We
like,
don't all
"Okay,
have
can
that problem."
Can you just turn down the air?
Damn, Jose.
Turn down for what?
You gotta beat your wife to fucking change their.
Sorry about your ears, everyone.
That's fucked
No,
up.
because then she just ejects me out, like out of the bed, and
She
she just like,
ejects you?
Oh man, I saw a video.
Ejects you out of the bed? How the fuck does that work?
It's the bed ejector.
Kegels.
But it's like, I'm gonna eject you out of here.
when she brings her leg back and she just like picks me up and just goes whook.
I will
No, you change it.
Yeah, Kegels. That's how she ejects you out of the bed. Huh? Kegels.
Oh.
He said the fucking video.
That's
for the weightlifter.
Yes.
Amazing. That's amazing. So, Dave, what about you? What burns your bacon, Dave?
You know what burns like bacon? Is when a beer bro unfollows you on Instagram.
Ooh, what the fuck are you talking about? What?
Oh yeah, as he suddenly looks super guilty.
Somebody looks guilty here, huh?
Who, me?
Who would unfollow one of us? Each other.
Who did I unfollow?
No, I didn't say you. Does anybody feel
But
guilty here?
Dave, maybe,
Somebody's turning red.
Dave, maybe he unfollowed you just to have the experience of following you again.
Maybe he did.
Right
Maybe
back.
he didn't. So let me ask you guys. What was your favorite beer of the episode?
Wow, you're going to leave it hanging?
Yeah, who? Wait, no, I mean, come on.
Dun, dun, dun.
Who was it?
It was me.
And that's why I'd kill him. That's why I'd be the one to kill him.
That's awesome.
You know what finally did it?
Hmm.
It wasn't the everyday posting.
Well, when I
about-
said it,
about the
I
workout.
said you want to follow it?
It was the meal prep. I was like, that pushes it over the line.
That was it? Oh.
I was like, I can't stand like, look guys, I did my meal prep. Here's my fucking meals.
No, I didn't prep it. I just they delivered it.
Whatever.
Yeah, I literally took it out of a bag.
You didn't want to
Set it on my stove and took a picture.
Containers of food.
Okay. So what was your favorite beer of the night?
This last one, the what was it called? Blonde fucker?
Blonde roast.
Blonde roast.
Blonde roast.
Blonde fucker.
Blonde fucking roast.
You know, it's a tough one.
Everything was
Sorry, I
very
just
good.
totally skipped you, Jose. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. Go.
Blonde roast or other half acre. That was really good too.
Yeah, myself, it's the same thing. I really want to say the half acre, other half collaboration, but this blonde roast is phenomenal.
It's fucking good.
Yeah, I would have to say blonde roast, but in honor of IPA Day, I'd like to enjoy after. Goddamn.
Wow.
Yeah, really.
Wow, nice.
I'm going to be whatever one wasn't picked.
What was that?
What?
Whichever one wasn't picked.
There were
Oh,
a couple
you
that
can
weren't
have the
picked.
cherry one.
This one wasn't picked.
The cherry
Cherry
one,
with
yeah, just like a sherry. That's one I picked.
Sherry's berries.
Shout out to Bill Burrow. We want you on the show.
He's never going to do it.
Yeah. No.
He will do it. The executive producer. Or the
Wait, don't you expect the can
What
to
was
like?
that, JJ?
Don't you expect the can to start like
Oh,
bleeding
that was
or
a
stuff
booze.
like that? Since it's like from Carrie.
Okay, guys, as always, remember, you can follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/BeerBrosBS. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at BeerBrosBS. Also, follow us on Untapped, where you'll see what we rank our beers. Remember, send us any of your ideas, concerns, complaints, predictions, fortunes, best wishes, shout-outs, curses, slams, anything you'd like to us.
I'll take some hate mail.
Hate mail.
Birthday wishes.
Well, you
If
can
you
say
want-
that to you, but everything else, beerbrosbs@gmail.com.
If you unfollow us, please follow us back.
That was awesome.
Remember, you can find everything on our website, beerbrosbs.com. Remember, you can always follow us and subscribe to our playlist and our show on SoundCloud, iTunes, and
Podcast Addict.
as always, I'm Dave, the Big Librarian.
Hey, and I'm Daniel.
Jose.
JJ, the Metal Chef.
Alex, the king of Alapata.
And Tony.
All right, good night, guys.
Tony.
Cheers.
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 Beer Bros.
Beer bro. Beer bro.